God, where do I begin? Can we not go a single week without Destiny 2 shitting the bed? The latest faction rally, the event Bungie pushed back a month in order to implement a hotfix is, well, it's getting utterly shafted. Lost sector loot lockouts, no new guns to grind for, and once again, poor communication from Bungie. It's just a mess. In this video, we're gonna look at the good, the bad, and the ugly aspects of this faction rally. So get that itchy trigger finger poised and say when, cause I'm your Huckleberry, bitch. So then, the question is there actually anything good about this faction rally? Well, it depends. If like me, you've got all the previous weapons and armor from past faction rallies, here's the new stuff you can grind for. The weapon ornaments and a new faction shader, as modelled by my rather dashing hunter. A faction ghost, the new Monarchy one, has a shiny gold lion on it, which is pretty cool. A faction ship, which is of course a reskin, and only unlocks after you've pledged 3 times to the same faction. A faction sparrow that only has a top speed of 150, and this effing sidearm that you can only unlock once you pledge to each faction. So yeah, take a good look at it, as it's the only new weapon that has a chance to drop from your faction engrams in this first faction rally of season 2. And of course, you have the weapon offered by the winning faction. So why aren't there any other new faction weapons for the first faction rally of season 2? Well, we'll get onto that in the bad section of this video. And I almost forgot, when you pledge your allegiance for the first time this season, you also get a new emblem that tracks how many times you pledged to that particular faction. As for the ornaments, well, the new Monarchy Hunter ones are actually pretty decent. You get a big gold line on your gauntlets, you get a big gold line on your chest piece, and yes, you've guessed it, you get a big gold line on your cloak. So yeah, these particular ornaments drastically alter the look of your armor, and there's a fair amount of grind involved to get them all. So yeah, I like these particular set of ornaments for the new Monarchy Hunter. I have you here, I may as well blast through my faction engrams. Now I have 100 faction tokens to get through, and because I've got all the armor and the weapons from the previous faction rallies, the only thing I'm interested in is the faction ghost and the faction sparrow. I can't get the faction ship because I haven't pledged 3 times, I've only pledged 2 times. So that's what I'm hoping to get, the ghost and the sparrow. So let's do this, let's just blast through this. I actually got a masterwork weapon, so that's a nice surprise. Let's just keep going until we get the things that, well, the only 2 things that I can actually get that I need, which is the ghost and the sparrow. So let's just go through these. Oh, we got the sparrow straight away. So the only thing I'm looking for now is the ghost. Can I get that within these engrams? And I got the ghost. There you go. So that pretty much has me done for the entirety of this faction rally. I don't really have anything else that I can grind for, and I've still got 42 tokens to get through. To be honest with you, I thought I wasn't going to get those until well into this faction rally, but I got everything already. So let's have a look at that shit, I guess. So yeah, unless I just got really lucky, it looks like the drop rate for the ghost and the sparrow are pretty decent. Let me just pop on the ghost. It's unique looking, I do like the look of that. However, as for the sparrow, it's just not worth it. It only has a top speed of 150, so why would I ever equip that if I have an exotic that goes up to 160? Now I reckon that the faction ship, the faction ghost, and the faction sparrow should all have been exotics, and this should definitely have been 160 top speed. So there you go, that's all the items that I can get. I've kind of grinded myself out. Now I think I got a masterwork weapon too, so let me just see what the perk for this was. It was 10 handling, not interested in that. I'm going to dismantle it and hopefully get a few masterwork cores. Let's have a look. I got 2 masterwork cores. Okay, let's move the F on. Let's start with a Lost Sector loot lockout. Bungie's latest hotfix allows players who don't own Kosovosaurus to still be able to access faction rallies and Iron Banner. Bungie also snuck in a loot throttle to stop players farming Lost Sectors, so if a player opens more than 2 Lost Sector chests in 10 minutes, they then have to wait 10 minutes before Lost Sector chests provide any more loot, which is just a pointless irritation more than anything else. A faction rally event already has a 30 engram cap. If players want to burn through that cap by farming Lost Sectors, let them have at it. Throttling a timed event that already has an engram cap just seems like a very odd decision. I say no throttling, no engram caps, and far more loot to grind for, and a bigger vault to put all your new loot in. Let players grind until their eyes bleed. God knows they need something to do with a lack of endgame. And here's how Bungie's game director Christopher Barrett responded to criticism of this loot throttle. The timer was meant to fix an exploit, but it is way too penalising right now. It's being adjusted in the next patch, but we likely need to adjust it further. So yeah, it looks as though yet another patch is needed to fix the patch that just went live. We've officially entered the fabled 4th dimension, people. patchception shit. Now, many players have also reported that this throttle is also affecting public events. Community manager Cosmo responded on Reddit by saying, "I spoke with the team and there is no throttle on public events." So yeah, there seems to be an odd disconnect between what players are experiencing and what Bungie is reporting. And it gets worse. Soon after Faction Rallies launched, the Destiny subreddit blew up. Many players were confused as to why no new faction weapons were dropping. Was this a bug? Was it intentional? Should they save their faction tokens until Bungie responded? Well, Bungie eventually did respond by saying that this was indeed intentional. No new weapons would drop in the first faction rally of Season 2. You'd have to wait until the final faction rally of the season for all the new faction weapons, including all the previous winners' weapons, to enter the loot pool, which begs the question, what's the point of playing any of the faction rallies leading up to the final one? You may as well just wait it out and go ham on the last rally. Bungie's tireless game director Christopher Barrett took to Twitter for a little damage control. Here's what he had to say. "Our new goals for weapon rewards in faction rallies should have been broadcast before it returned. I think we could have avoided lots of confusion for players. The development update was our priority." He went on to say, "Going forward, we'll strive to communicate any changes to rewards or experiences before they go live." So then, to summarise, loot throttling on a timed event that already has a 30 engram cap, no new weapons to grind for on a loot table system that renders all but the last faction rally of Season 2 pointless. Add to this bungled communication between the studio and the players and well, it ain't a pretty picture. I'm barely 2 days into the event and I have no incentive to keep grinding. Guys, what's your take on all this? Leave your comments below. Cheers. Next up, Bungie's latest blog post, which basically summarises everything I've just talked about in this video. That the new Lost Sector loot throttle will be toned down in yet another incoming patch. Bungie will share more details about this before the next faction rally, and that the new Season 2 faction rally weapons won't drop during this first event, but rather rolled out over the next few faction rallies. As for Iron Banner, which drops January 30th, Bungie will share more details about this event next week. Let's hope it fares better than faction effing rallies. Bungie then goes on to say how 2018 is a big year for Destiny, with many sandbox improvements and changes on the way, including exotic tweaking and a completely overhauled mod system. So yeah, not the most exciting blog post. Stick around until the end of the video for our first bit of Destiny 3 news. Right then, so I'm going to end the video by trying to hit the max power level 335. At the moment, I'm 334. Yes, I know, hitting 335 doesn't mean jack shit, but it's the last thing left that I have to do, so let's just get on with this. Let's see what you got for me, you douche. There we go. We got an exotic. Now, I'm guessing that would have dropped at 335. Has it? Yes, it has, but I'm already 335 on that particular piece of armor, so it doesn't matter. I'm also 335 on that piece of armor too, so that didn't do jack shit for me. Let's move on. Right then, Zavala, what you got for me? Let's have a little look-see. Boom, we got some gauntlets and we got the Nightshade. Let's see what else you got for me. Boom, we got some leg armor and we got Risk Runner. Now let's have a look and see what they all dropped at. Doesn't really matter about the legs. Let's see what I'm already 335 on my gauntlet, so that doesn't matter either. What have we got over here? I'm 335 on that. That doesn't matter too. Now what did this drop at? This dropped at 335, so I do need that, so that's actually pretty damn good, but I can't actually swap that out. Have I got a 335? No, I haven't got a 335 legendary, so I can't swap that out at the moment, so we're stuck on 334 for F's sake. Have you got any other things for me? No, let's move the F on. Oh, Shatsy Poo, we meet again, you one-horned bar steward. Now I need a helmet or a cloak. Can we get that, please? That's what I need to level up, hopefully. What have we got? Well, we got a masterwork weapon, but nothing that's gonna boost our power level. So I'm gonna actually dismantle this and get how many masterwork cores? We got 2 masterwork cores. Nice. Let's have a little look and see. I got 14 altogether, so yeah, I can actually upgrade a weapon. Nice. Let's move on. Now, guys, rather annoyingly, my Elgato messed up my Hawthorne engram opening section of the video. So let me just say hello to these dudes. Let me give them a little long ass salute. I do love this salute emote. You just stand there looking like a legend, just saluting for goddamn ages. I love it. So let me just say hello to these peeps, and then I'm going to show you what I actually got from my clan engrams. I actually got a 335 auto rifle and a 335 helmet, so that did help boost me up quite a lot. So, as it stands, I've got a 335 hand cannon, 335 auto rifle, fusion rifle, helmet, gauntlets. The only things I don't have are the chest armor and the cloak. So that's all I need, just 2 more pieces to hit the max light level. Like I said, hitting max light level doesn't do shit, but hey, it's the only thing left that I've got to grind for. So let me salute these legends one more time, and then we are going to peace out to this portion of the loot section portion of the video, okay? Let me just commit seppuku. Goodbye, people, you cruel bastards. Goodbye. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this video, my friends. Now guys, this particular video took me effing ages to make. Do you think you could show MoreConsole a wee bit of love? Maybe 10,000 likes worth of love, if you know what I mean? Anyway, whatever you choose to do, thank you so much for watching my content and for supporting my channel recently. You guys have been amazing, so yeah, whatever you do, as long as you enjoy the content, that makes me happy. Thank you so much. And guys, one more thing before I go. If you want to learn more about the return of strike-specific loot to Destiny 2, hidden secrets and collectibles, and a little bit of Destiny 3 news, well, click the image that's just appeared on the screen. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for heaps more Destiny content, and thank you so much for watching, and as always, a tee hee hee. Until next time, Guardians.